Hello there, welcome everybody. It's Diorama Don here. So this is a very simple idea of a diorama that I've been wanting to make. All it is just a road with a shop on it. So you can display whatever military vehicle you've got on the front there, and then there's a burnt out shop at the back. So that's what I'm aiming for, a burnt out shop. So I've marked out basically the shape of the shop that I want. So we've got the windows either side here with the door in the middle, and there's just two windows at the top, and they will be the sides, just 2 inches deep, that's all. But it's the front of the shop that I want to make look good to start with, and then make it look burnt. So I've cut out 2 pieces of card that will sit on the columns, if you like, either side of the window. Okay, but then I've cut 2 more pieces exactly the same, but cut the middle out, so they will sit on top like that. And then the card that I cut out, I've cut that down even more, that will sit inside like that. So it just gives a more interesting look to the shop. And I've done the same thing with the bottom like that, and the same thing in the middle, and the same thing at the top. So rather than it just being a one-dimensional looking thing, now it becomes a little more three-dimensional. So I've got to cut the door out and the windows and these windows at the top, and then stick all these bits and pieces on, and we'll see what it looks like when I've done that. So I'll be back in just a minute. So stuck all my bits and pieces together. Now we've got a bit more of a three-dimensional shop front. I think that looks very much better. I've got the 2 sides to put on. Where is the other one? Like that. So I'll stick those on, and then there'll be a slate roof on the top. I have to put a back on, which I shall paint black first of all, so that when I do the front to show that it has been burnt out, then that will already be black at the back. Then I've made a couple of windows, again just cut out from pieces of cardboard. They'll sit behind there, and also a door which will just lean in the doorway like that. Okay, so what I've got to do is paint it whatever colour. It'll be a light colour, so that when I put or spray my black paint to show the smoke damage, then we'll see the difference between the light and dark. And then I've got a sheet of this see-through acetate. They will make up the glass behind the doors and the windows, and then I shall cut them so that they look like shattered glass. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that, and we'll see how it looks then. Okay, so finished the whole building off and glazed it, put the window frames and the door in, and you can see where the broken glass is. I've distressed the front of the shop just a little bit, so that hopefully that will show up when it's burnt out. And I've painted it as light a colour as possible to show the difference when the black goes on, which will be a black aerosol spray. But rather than spray the normal 6 to 9 inches, I'll spray from as long a distance as I can until there's just the very, very finest of black spray on there, and then build that up from there. Unfortunately, I can't do that in here. It's got to be done outdoors. Otherwise, well, I will just die of the fumes, and that wouldn't do at all, would it? But anyway, the whole shop is finished as it should be, and then that will sit on there like that, and then I'll put a cobbled road in front, and it'll stand up about 1 inch or so on a a base, a diorama base. Okay, so you'll have to wish me luck because I don't know how this is going to turn out. So we'll blacken it, darken it, burn it out, and oh, I did the roof, by the way. If you're interested in a tiled roof, I've done a couple of videos on how I do a tiled, a slate roof rather, a slate roof. Okay, so I'll be back in one moment and it will all be finished, I hope. So finished the building off now. I did that gentle spray from a distance and then slowly get closer and closer until I was satisfied that there was enough blackened smoke damage at the bottom of the building, and I think that's captured what it would look like reasonably well. I've put a secondary light here so you can see the broken windows. It's a shame it doesn't show up in the other light, but you can see what I mean. It looks quite devastating. Okay, so what you could do, you could either leave it as it is or put the Sherman there to complete the diorama. Up to you, really, I suppose. Well, up to me. Whether it looks better with or without the model. I think it's a decent standalone diorama as it is. Okay, so there we are. Cost. Well, I can't even put a price on it because it's just odds and ends of cardboard that I've got lying around. I mean, this is the biggest piece, which is a matter of a few pennies or a few cents, really. And the diorama base, I put the cobbled street in. If you're interested, I've made many videos now on how I do my cobbled street. Okay, again, just with tile grout, grey tile grout. That's all I use, tile grout and water, which is probably the most inexpensive thing that you can buy in a DIY store. So the cost is absolutely negligible. I can't say free because it costs a little bit, but no more than 20 or 30 pence or 50 cents. It's such a and even the tiles on the roof, I used a raisin packet. A packet I put I have my raisins in, and I just cut that up and put that in for the tile slate roof rather. Anyway, so I'll leave it with you. Have a go. It's not going to cost you anything if you mess it up. Please subscribe to the channel. That is the most important thing. If you've enjoyed this video or any of the others, please subscribe, click the notification bell, and you will be notified when new videos come along. I try to come up with different ideas, so that's what my channel is, ideas for dioramas. So we'll stick that there. And thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next. And as always, I wish you the very best of happy modelling.